Reynolds and Vinci is white. Limited Louis that's light.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle. And the Dallas Cowboys. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line. Just across the 25.
Detroit! Detroit!
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This is Shepard on the catch. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, 90. Blue.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Looking for his receiver, Sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Here we go, 46.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Hey, 47!
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. That is caught inside the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat him. And that's what he did.
Second and goal from the 1.
Here we go, going to 54, going to 54.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And it's 15-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd and 2, Lawrence. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
A second down throw for Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And it's a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And his kick is good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Taco Charlton in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. To throw on second down, Lawrence. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they'll bring it down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
4 down. Check. Here we go. Wide eight.
1st down, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dietrich Wise Jr. coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. 10th carry now for Elliott. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Third and long for Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they had the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you evolved. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Here we go, 46. Get out.
They'll give to Elliott. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here's Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And he puts it through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, what a move. And now running right through it. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple. Yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And the Giants ready to come out now. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On first down, Lawrence. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. To throw on second down. Lawrence caught right side, Tate. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Randy Gregory in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They're going to try and throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. Evades him at the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 40 yards. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. Point after, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. A nice little juke. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. New York set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Throwing to start the drive. Lawrence. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Back to throw. Lawrence.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. To throw from his end zone. Lawrence looking for Shepard deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 41. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, If your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Prescott again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Prescott looks to throw on first. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Jabril Peppers, the former first-round pick, there on the coverage. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go. Wide in. Here we go, 46. 46.
To the air again, Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Here we go. Wide in. Good. 46.
Final play of the half. Prescott going up top. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. They go to Elliott again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 34 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
46. 26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Running with Elliott. Pretty move. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the red zone now, Prescott. Quick hitch, complete. It's Grant. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Wells. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Again, it's Barkley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. The Giants on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Lawrence. And Tate's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. A first down carry for Barkley. Spinning away. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49. Yard line. The give is to Elliott. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, it's Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Cowboys on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Here we go.
Back now in Arlington, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Get out.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And New York set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it again with Barkley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Lauletta. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Taking it about the 36. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Prescott now on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, now he bowls him over. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now out come the Giants. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Detroit! Detroit! Hey. We got 3. We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Lawletta on 1st down. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
A give to Elliott running left. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Get out.
A handoff left, Elliott. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Prescott from the gun. It's complete to Grant. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but